Hi, this is Martin from Retail Solutions Scotland. In this video I'll demonstrate how to create an option product and have option products within the forced questions which can appear when you sell a main product. The main purpose of these options is just to have a product appear underneath the main product on the print channels, for example on the kitchen printer, so that the person preparing the order can see that these options are attached to the main product and have those added to the order as necessary. On the screen here I've created a product called kebab, and when I press it, it sells the kebab for £10. So I would like to have an option or some options after the kebab, so which I can press, and also a forced question, which is a question that automatically appears after I sell that main product. So I'll avoid that item, press payments and cash that off, and then close that. And what we'll do is we'll come out of the point of sale software, system manager, special functions, exit POS software, and then click yes to confirm. We'll double click on the back office icon on the desktop and then manually log into it, and then we'll take a look at the products here. So if we go to products and the sub menu, and we can narrow this down to using the filter to go to our food options. We have some food options already on the system, and as in a previous video, it can be a lot easier just to copy an existing product of the same type that you're creating, and that's what we'll do here. So if I press find, I created this no salad product earlier on, and I'll go into that. The main difference between the option product and the main product is that the option product is actually called option product, where it says type of product down in the bottom left area next to the report category, so it's here. The main default setting for a product is ordering product, and I'll just select option here just to make sure that's set as an option product. Other than that, you don't need to set a course, because normally the option product will follow the main product that you've just sold, or the one that you're attaching this option to, so you don't need to worry too much about the courses. If I copy this product, this particular product is zero price, so with no salad you wouldn't want to usually charge the customer for that. So if you press copy, and then let's add another option in here. Let's say add a tub of mayo, and then if you tab down, that'll put that to the printed description. And price A, we will just make that. Let's just make that about 50p. And that price, those prices, the price copies onto the other price levels, A to J, B to J, and the modified price as well, which we will look at later. Just check the pause button to make sure that it's as you would like it. Sometimes it's better to have the product description spanning 2 lines depending on the text, which you can modify using these options here on the left. There's a button font option, for example, where you can modify the size, font style, and so on. So press save, and then you can exit out of the product. And in the menu, which we looked at in a previous video, if you go to menu and menu setup, default menu, and then we'll just adjust the interface here a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, so if I press on the button that has my kebab in it, it's just here. And then I've got another button called food options, and when I press it, the food options, here's some I created earlier. So if I go to the products tab at the top left, as shown in the previous video, I can again use the report category filter to filter down to food options, and we can see here the add tub mayo product at the top. It's in alphabetical order. You can drag that onto the screen here. Once that is done, I can press save changes, and I can come out of the menu setup. Now that means I can sell the kebab and I can add that product after it, or a multiple of those products underneath to modify the main product. But what if I want to have an automatic question come up after I sell the main product, so that my staff will not miss the opportunity to perhaps upsell or make a modification to the product? You can configure forced questions. So underneath the products menu section, there's a forced question sub menu. Just click on that, and this brings up the first forced question on the system. Press find, and then you can view all your forced questions in the one place. To create a new forced question, you can just click on new, and we will call this kebab options. The question field relates to the question that actually appears on the point of sale for the staff member to see. So we'll just any extras or modifications. You can put the question to be whatever you want. The number of choices the user may select relates to how many options the user can select. So if you want them to be able to select more than one option, then you can make this say 3 or 4. So I'm planning to put 4 products within this list, so I'll just put it to 4. You can change it to whatever you want. Minimum number of answers. So if you set this to 0, it means the user can bypass the options altogether. If you set it to a minimum number, it won't let the user move on until they've selected at least the number required. Automatic OK, you can use that if you want, if it's say one option that's to be selected, and sometimes that can speed up the use of the system, or you can leave it unticked. It just allows you then the user to check that they've selected the right option before moving on. Allow multiple is if you would like the user to be able to select more than one quantity of just one product. So that can be useful sometimes, but generally speaking, the default options here, apart from the minimum number of choices the user can select, and the maximum number of choices the user can select, they are the main ones to be concerned about. So once you've configured that basic screen, you can move on to the answers list tab, and this is where you add the products that we created in the previous screen. Click on add, and then we can find some of the products that we created. I created a product called No Mail, which is I found here. You can also add the other ones. I've got no salad, that's another option, and we have extra cheese and add tab mail. These are just random options to show how it works. Price mode is, as I was showing earlier on the product, you have price levels A to J and modify price. You can utilize those here just for this forced question and change the change the price mode to whatever you wish, or you can have a fixed price where you dictate here on the fly what you want the price of this product to be only for this forced question scenario. And that can help you to be flexible in your pricing in terms of how things are charged in different scenarios. So it may be you can add extra cheese to this particular product for 30p, or whereas if you order extra cheese in another area of the system, it's going to cost you 50p, just as an example. But you set that however you wish it to be set. Just make sure that the modify price, or whatever price mode you select, if you don't use fixed price here, then you'll need to make sure the modify price or the price level you choose is actually at the correct price within the product itself. So once that is done, you can come out of here and return to the product setup. So we want to find the product called kebab so we can attach the forced question to it. So you can either find the product within products here, or you can find it in the menu itself. We'll just go into products and click on find and type the name of the product, which is kebab. There it is. And as you can see under forced questions, there is nothing selected. So for the first one, we'll just select that and move to our kebab options here. So, and this ask questions at once button means that if you have multiple questions, for example the one that I've created here, but you might have other questions that come after it automatically, and they can either come sequentially one after the other, or if you want them all just to appear on the screen at once, you can click this ask questions at once button. It also means that if you click that, it doesn't appear as a full screen forced question, it just appears with the pause screen in the background. So we'll leave it as it is just now. Click on save, click on exit. Click on update pause terminals and then press OK. Minimize the back office and go into back into the point of sale. And if we go to the screen where the kebab is, now if we click that, we can see it comes up with the options that I created, and you simply select them. It's staying open because it says at the top, as you can see, minimum 0, maximum 4. If I make a mistake in selecting these, if I select a no mayo and extra cheese and I make a mistake, I can click clear all choices and then just click no mayo or whatever the choice I want it to be. Remember, you can change the text size and everything on these buttons to suit. Press OK, and that particular product should appear just underneath the kebab, and you can have the forced question and you can have the actual products themselves underneath a separate button. I've got it here under food options, so I can just press that button and click on extra cheese, for example, and even out with the forced questions, and it's added the monetary amount on, which is optional as well. So that is how you create a forced questions, create the products to go inside the forced questions and the various options available. You can have multiple forced questions as well, and that's the basics of how you configure it. If you require any further assistance with that, please do not hesitate to get in touch with us here at Retail Solutions Scotland. Thank you for watching.